So your dream sleeping position does not involve a pillow at all.
You know this.
I know, but I still don't like. Everybody likes a little pillow, a little bit of elevation. You're just like, give me the bed.
Just give me a nice hard bed. And let me just put my head down, and lock them in. Oh. Hello everybody, welcome back to Just
Just like that.
I don't know if you can notice this, I'm so drowsy right now because I've eaten too much. And that's why we're talking about
I just came over and
patterns.
he had 3 pizzas. He was just picking one slice.
It's not true.
Yeah, nice bowl of soup.
Nice bowl of soup. I had a bagel, and then that was it. I was like, I want something else, and I was looking in the fridge. I made a little smoothie.
Oh,
Too much.
It's a lot.
I'm so fucking drowsy now.
I had a nice veggie rice bowl from Itsu. Itsu is the bollocks.
Is it?
Yes, Itsu. If you don't know, is
I wasn't saying the name of it wrong.
Why?
Because I said, is it?
Is it? So I've got a bit of ITK news. Something that you're going to be interested in.
ITK in the know.
In the know.
You love that one, don't you?
I don't really love
Old
it.
for that, aren't you?
I'm too old for it. Yeah, massively. But this comes straight from QPR.
Oh.
And Spurs and QPR have agreed to transfer Eze to Tottenham.
Really? Well, at the end of the season, obviously.
15 million plus Luke Amos.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Deal?
Yeah, deal.
Come on then. Let's shake it.
Shake on it.
Cool.
It's done. Pochettino's little guy.
So I watched
Really?
him,
Breaking news on the podcast.
I watched him a couple of times and I just haven't been that impressed. He looks like Dele Alli light.
Oh, you have to look. He is.
He's not fast, is he? He's
No.
not quick.
But he's. So when he plays out on the left, he's got it going on upstairs as well as down. He's that's an up line from The Office. He plays on when he plays on the left for us. He's not that great because he needs like bodies around him,
right,
to sort of mesmerise them. If he's like 1-on-1, he hasn't got that pace. So he's better than Dele Alli on the ball in those pockets of space.
Is he?
I think so.
He's better than Dele Alli on the ball in the number 10 position.
Because Dele Alli's not good on the ball in those areas, is he?
I don't know.
He's not.
I can't. Don't know. I don't know anymore.
Is he good?
I don't.
Is he good? Is Dele Alli
Sometimes
good?
I think he's incredible. Next time I just think he's shit, and like I don't know. And people telling me, "What are you talking about?" When I talk about Dele Alli and go, like he's not. I don't see it. He's not good enough. He's always been a rough diamond, and he's getting to an age now you can't call him that anymore. He's just. That's what he is. He can't be polished any more than he is. And but I feel like I'm missing something because everyone else tells me no, he's mustard.
He's not mustard. He's low fat mayonnaise.
That's a big jump. Mustard.
He's not English mustard. I love English mustard.
I love English mustard sweet. So if you had to compare him to mustard, more of a Dijon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm straight up English mustard. Like
that's the finest mustard.
That's the finest mustard. Of all
so the
mustard.
worst would be
the French hot dog one.
Was the American?
Absolute
The
waste
American.
of time.
Don't bother.
Yeah.
Just don't bother.
Yeah.
Don't put mustard on if that's what you're gonna do.
Couldn't agree more.
And then you've got Dijon, and then you've got good old English mustard.
Dijon's good. He is a Dijon because he looks like he's. There's an element of class there. There's not the punch.
Yes, exactly. yeah.
Well, I don't care if it looks like some weird, strange yellow.
Yes.
It might not look as good.
It gives you a good punch in the face.
It gives you that little punch I need.
Yeah, I'm completely with you.
Yeah.
My missus can't stand mustard. It's too much for her. Or horseradish. I love them both. Do you like a bit of horseradish?
I'm not too bothered about horseradish.
Well, horseradish and mustard, but they are the same people. They're the same family.
They're in the same wheelhouse, but a bit more vinaigrette, I would say, to the horseradish. Only on the James and Flav for now podcast.
Just quickly.
Favourite condiment? Let us know.
Oh, please do, because I did it on Twitter and it's one of my favourite things.
Okay.
It's finding out what condiments people are really into. A lot of people are into hot sauce. Loads of hot sauce.
Yeah, I don't mind hot sauce.
And I was like, I've got to be missing out on something. I like my opinion on Dele Alli. I must be missing something. And hot sauce, I've had it. I'm like, it's all right.
Yeah.
So many people put hot sauce as their favourite condiment that I've been forcing myself to eat it, and now I've become a fan.
Hot sauce is good.
Nice on a little bit of scrambled eggies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. So yeah, let us know your favourite condiment.
Should we talk about football?
Let's talk about football.
Can we?
Yeah. Because someone said on a Skype Sunday morning. The platinum patrons will know about this.
What did I say?
You said we'll talk tomorrow when we batter Man City. Something along those
lines. Did I not say to you I've got a funny feeling about today?
Yeah.
I've got a good feeling about today.
Get lucky, won't you?
I mean, it could have gone the other way.
Our Man City, the most unlucky team in the Premier League.
So they
batter everyone.
Well, they're buying luck, and then the universe pays them back by forcing errors on them and shit. I say unlucky. Like, what? You tell me why Spurs were lucky to win.
Before we get into all of that,
okay.
Can we talk Discord, because people might switch off? So we talk to them now.
All right.
Do your thing. Go
on. So we're doing like a live phone-in show
Friday night. Me, him, and you.
Because the days of doing stuff, all that, and that, those days are gone. Friday nights now is when me and him. We go on the internet together, all right? And if you want to join us on the internet together, you need to go...
For a nice chat.
Lovely chat about whatever you want, right? But you've got to be a Patreon member to get in. We've got this server, right, on Discord. What it is like a little chat room. And on the side of it, there is a column that says channels. In that channel, we'll have a phone-in tab.
Yeah.
Click on it, get in.
Right.
We will mute your fucking ass because you'll come in and start to jab. We'll mute you. You won't be able to.
Yeah, you're gonna water down the gold.
Yeah, exactly. The gold comes from this. You sit and listen until you're called upon.
But you do actually every week. You go like this. You go. You ready, boys? You ready? So that's what we're doing on Friday.
Yeah.
So if you want to be a part of it, you need to become a patron. You will be able to listen to it for free on our like podcast iTunes thing down the line. But if you want to be a part of it, come out of us Friday night.
Yes.
It's all right.
It's all right.
7 p.m. On the Discord.
So
server.
In order to find the server, we will send you. We'll post a link in the Patreon page, and you click on it. It will just take you to the server, and we'll be in there. We'll be in there from about 6:30.
Yeah.
Just making sure everyone knows what they're doing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, this Friday.
Big responsibility for Flav. He's really taking control of this one. So
I haven't. I don't really know how it works. I just got a mate Charlie who knows a bit more. Shout out to the people who are currently in the Discord already. That are saying we've been trying to. We've been offering our help for ages. James just ignores me, and Flav shouted at me.
You can't. Do you know? You can. You can walk a horse to water, but you can't smear mustard on. That's what I always say. So Discord, Friday, 7 p.m. We will kick off.
In your face.
In your face, in a big way.
Yeah. So we're going to need at least 10 to 15 people in there.
Ideally.
If we get there and it's 3 or 4 of you, then...
It's going to be really embarrassing.
Or you can all get to fuck.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it again. Not doing it.
Right.
Walking there, 4 people. I ain't doing that.
Okay. We've got lots to talk about. We've got lots of... brave takes, and people have been having a go at my takes. I don't know if you saw that on Twitter yesterday, but we'll talk about that as well.
What did
and
you
we'll
say?
talk about Spurs Man City.
All right.
It will get to it. No home wins this week, but a decent BDA to get our teeth into.
I'm a bit bored of home wins anyway.
Are you?
I thought you'd
a little break at least. Done. Okay. And we will also be talking about Sammy Lee. And describing him in
some of those are gold.
Some of those are good. And we've got G-Bids, so if you need a bit of ASMR later in the pod, golf meditation, the golf course guy.
Oh, yeah.
Remember him?
Has he come back?
He's back again.
We're
nice. So full chat. Here's a couple of comments which I enjoyed from last week's podcast. Make sure you get in the comments this week. Boy, why not give... Actually, I want to do this one first. Pat Dempsey, who has been a long-time supporter of the podcast, so we appreciate that. However, sometimes when someone says something wrong, you just got to call them out on this. And you've had a mare, Pat. Slimani and Igalo is just fake news. This happens every transfer window of United. We need to fill a position desperately, and they link us to ridiculous players and make us look like a joke. Ooh, literally every window it happens.
Patrick.
That is positive self-talk, which I'm all about. That's good. That's how that's where grit comes from. The idea of personal growth, which leads to optimism, which leads to positive self-talk, which offers up that bit of grit. So I like that, Pat. However, Igalo is now a player for Manchester United.
And Pat, you're assuming that, you know more than the journalists, and you can't, unless you're an employee at a football club. No one knows anything. So coming out with very, very.
Do you know what though?
Very concrete statements is never going to end well.
I think we might have a
Did Slimani go anyway?
I don't think so. But that's like I was going to say a safe take. You think you're safe with that.
Yeah, the thought of Igalo...
But it's a sort of like backfire
the thought of my ever hearing the name Igalo again had left me a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And there he is.
Instead, the only context that you were expecting to hear that was alongside the name Michu as one of those one-season wonders who scored a few goals and then you never saw him again.
Michu.
But he's back.
Decent.
He's back. And you never know. Might bang in the goals. You said on the deadline day stream that we did... Speaking of foods you've never eaten before, you had your first Snickers, didn't you? Oh. You were blown away.
Really? I mean, I'm not going to have another one because it's...
Body's a temple.
I'm just lucky that I don't like chocolate.
Right. Yeah, I'm not really into chocolate either.
Yeah, it's like I'd rather have a bag of crisps if I had to have something unhealthy.
Would you rather have some chocolate or a custard cream?
Custard cream?
Yeah, me too. More of a creamy guy. Don't know what that means. Boy. He says, why not give the Champions... Here's a Bray take, which I quite like. Why not give the Champions League spot to the FA Cup champions? Maybe even a playoff between FA Cup champions and Carling Cup champions for the fourth spot. People like playoffs. I just read that and I thought, that's a good way of invigorating the FA Cup.
I like it.
I've done it with the Europa League. I know people go, they play the kids until they get to about March and you go, oh right, we're not going to get in the Champions League, so we're going to give it a go now. But they do give it a go.
I like it. I like that a lot.
Really
it would mean it would.
You'd care more, wouldn't you?
But the FA Cup, I do care about it. I want to win it. I just don't care about it as much as I used to. Like when we weren't.
Fair take.
Yeah.
Fair take.
And that's down to the fact that no one really does anymore. It's not as interesting for most people because so much more money's in the Champions League and finishing up there. That's where this comes from. And the focus in the media has gone away from the FA Cup to Champions League, unfortunately.
People have they've lost their earthy roots.
There's no magic anymore.
There is magic in sport. Just people are turning their nose up.
There isn't.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
There isn't magic. There's just people that don't follow magic football clubs believing in magic.
Okay. What?
You don't experience magic, do you? I do, as a Spurs fan. Sorry, isn't it?
Handball, wasn't it? Handball.
What was that even a discussion?
Yeah, apparently someone said. Micah Richards said it on Match of the Day too.
It was handball.
That was a joke. He was joking.
Right. Imagine if that was taken away from VAR.
Well,
the correct decision.
So
hang on. I'm making a point. Okay, right. Yes. You don't experience magic, do you? The magic of the game. You don't experience it
because what?
What
consists? What's
like good? Seems good stuff happen on the pitch. You don't get to experience that, right? That's magic for me.
Yeah. Whereas, but we don't.
Oh, the magic of the cup. The magic of the cup isn't a thing. The magic of the cup. It's not. It's just some sort of marketing phrase, and you bought into it, my friend.
Yeah, possibly. I'm a dreamer, and I will not lose that ever. Regardless of the ups and downs and the constant 16th place. We seem to get ourselves in.
Yeah. Can I just, while I remember, there's shout out to the young lad from Bristol Rovers. Did you play the weekend? Who did you play the weekend? QPR.
You do it, Bristol City.
Bristol City, right? Two lads.
Oh yeah.
Stopped. I was having a cigarette outside Paddington Station. He's that kind of guy. And I don't know what that means. And these lads came over me. I noticed he had a little knife.
Came over you?
Came over to me. Well, you're very young, so
very different.
Came over me. And he had a smart little pretty green. It looks a bit like just Liam Gallagher. Right. A little bit like a young casual. I think he had gazelles on as well. So he looked the part, and he went, "Oh, I love the show." I said, "Where are you going today?" And he went, "QPR. Hopefully smash them up. Tell James."
Right.
And they did.
Well, I thought we were unlucky. We knocked at the door consistently. We've got such a young team. It's honestly like watching children play football. It's bizarre. We've got Jack Clark from you.
What's he like?
We are becoming your B team, aren't we, a bit?
Feeder club, I would like to say.
Yeah, he's got this thing.
So there's another one, actually. Where's my phone? Sorry, go on, talk.
He's got this tick. So Jack Clark's got this tick. And I don't know if he's, one, aware of it. Two, I don't know if it's just a phase. Let me know if you're a Leeds fan. You might have seen this. He wears Under Armour and then he's got a shirt and he just goes,
what?
Just lifts up his shirt. He keeps lifting up his shirt.
Does he?
Yeah, I don't know why he's doing it.
You know, he had like a panic attack or fainted or something on the bench of Leeds, not this season, the season before, and then he didn't play for about 3 months.
Interesting. Maybe that's it then. It's not a podcast without your phone going off.
Hang on, there's someone else that we've got from you as well.
What?
Bright Asai Samuel.
Yeah, you're not having him.
Yeah.
No, you can't have them both. That's ridiculous. Where have you got
What do you
that?
mean?
Where are you hearing this nonsense?
What? Jim, just calm down for a second.
Every transfer window we get these ridiculous. What do you mean?
This is I've got an ITK, my informant, right? And he's come to me. He said, these are his words. Tottenham Insider reckons we are very likely to get Eze in the summer. I've heard it's already been done. This is QPR going, right?
Okay. 15 million is not really.
Lee, it's 15 million plus Amos.
Amos is decent.
And it's why you've been loaned Jack Clark as a sweetener.
As a sweetener?
Yeah. Also, you have first refusal on Bright Asai Samuel too. Is he good?
He's well good.
Is he?
Yeah. They're our best two players probably now. His development's been superb over the last years. Ian Holloway said when I interviewed him, we were talking about different players, and his name's Bright Asai Samuel, and Holloway said, I don't know if it's a joke, well they've called him Bright, because they're saying he's pretty stupid. And a lot of the talk about him since has been that we got him from Blackpool, I think.
Yeah.
And he was sort of behind the curve in terms of this sort of...
How old is he?
22 or something. In terms of his development, because we've got this whole academy thing now, because we've got so many great youngsters coming through the ranks at Queen's Park Rangers. Exciting times. And anyway, his development in the last 12 months has been nothing short of incredible. And he is pretty much one of the best wingers in the league now.
Wow. And how many games you played?
Big talk. So get your checkbook out, Daniel.
Well, we've agreed 15 million.
First refusal.
Oh, first, how much is it going to cost to buy him?
That's
what do you
10
think?
at least.
10 million? Seriously?
Higher!
Yeah, if that's
15 then.
If that's all he's costing, I don't want him.
Really?
Yeah, no. I've got to spend that money on.
Bergwijn, 27 million. Bargain.
Bergwijn,
sorry. Dominic Manto. So we'll go around the houses. If you ever want to get in touch with the podcast, I do it every Monday pretty much. Patreon, YouTube community tab, and then on Twitter. He's doing the Stevie Wonder.
Doing the Bergwijn.
Dominic Manto, brave take. This is Patreon. We'll go to first. Jose's big game Tottenham is already better than Poch's big game Tottenham was. Much better defensively, rather than playing a basketball match with the top teams. Do you agree with that? You were so lucky.
Do you think?
They had 18 shots. They missed a penalty.
Well, that's not luck, is it? That's
your own player headed the ball against the bar.
Lloris.
They hit the post, didn't they? Hit the post and it was like a through ball to your player.
Right, Lloris saved 4 out of 7 penalties, so that's not luck. 4 out of his last 7 penalties saved. That's not luck. All right, so let's take that out of the way.
70% of the penalties are scored.
But he scored 4 out of 7. So what's that? His percentage is like way low. It's like 45 or something. Listen. Were we unlucky that Sterling stayed on the pitch?
Well, shall we get to that then? Because I may have tweeted yesterday. Yeah.
Jim.
Sorry. Yeah, for those listening, that was him pretending to do that thing. Where is it? Have I put it in?
My debut?
Basically,
sorry, it's my debut.
Here we go.
I've come from a farmers league. I'm playing with the big boys now. What that?
Again, that was him chesting it and looking at it in his head. Matt Lesnar. So I tweeted this yesterday. That's not even a booking for Sterling, in my opinion. Very unlucky. Right.
That's fucking...
Matt Lesnar.
That's the worst take.
Hear me out. Matt says, my take is that this is the worst take of all time.
Woke takes.
Could be a segment. Woke takes would be good. Someone who's just trying to be really forward thinking.
Yeah, this is about football. Woke takes. I like it. Get them in. Woke takes.
Right. Let's now, before we get into this,
you don't still believe it.
So
you're obviously drunk yesterday.
No. So first things first, I totally stand by what I said. I don't think it was even a foul. Right. Wait. Okay. Now before we get into this, I want to talk about this challenge. I don't want to talk about Aubameyang got sent off for it.
No. Yeah.
Don't think he should have either.
This isn't about consistency.
Forget that. It's not about consistency.
In isolation.
Right. And it's not about how. For me, it's not about how in the modern game that's a whatever, right? What happened and what does it mean, right? Okay. That tackle, for me, he stays on his feet. He got the ball. So here's my question, right? Here's my question. What What's more important when it comes to something being a foul or not being a foul? What like the facts of the challenge or what happens after that?
Well, if you follow through, regardless of when
But did he follow through?
Yeah.
I don't think
if he didn't follow through, you mean did with intent go through?
There's zero intent. His eye is on the ball the entire time.
He's nasty, don't he?
No, he's not.
The Sun said he was nasty.
Did they?
Yes.
Oh, right. I changed my mind. My point is,
can you bring it up on Twitter? Can we have a look at it now? Let's just VAR it ourselves.
The game is over for me when that is even a foul, because the bottom line is it's about what happen. It's about what you do. Like, do you get the ball? Is your foot really high? Is there like menace in what you're doing? Blah blah blah. And then something like that happens after you've won the ball. That's just sport. That's an accident. It's like you're not allowed to have an accident anymore. I don't mean piss.
That
was amazing, by the way.
Yeah, I love that. That was the Mourinho chasing. You're mate. Listen, you're better positioned than I am to comment on this, because you're not going to expect me as a Spurs fan to go, that wasn't a red card. Well, that's my job.
And if we play the game of who does he support, because I did that, your head.
Of course, he's a Spurs fan. Of course he is. He can't. It's irrelevant. He's important, but he has come up with good ideas, so we'll give him a break.
Okay.
All right, but of course he's a Spurs fan, and I'm going to say it's a red card when it probably wasn't. Right.
Thank you.
It might not have been. Maybe yellow card was fine.
I don't think it's a booking. He won the ball. The point is, I don't understand.
Where's it goes to video? Why aren't you clicking on video?
I can't find it. Oh, right.
Videos.
Okay. My point is that you've got to, like, it has to be about, just because Mourinho's obviously going to do what he's going to do. Sorry, there's other funny clips here. It's not about what Mourinho's saying. It's like what actually happened. He went in for a tackle. He didn't slide in. His foot wasn't high. He got the ball. His eyes never looked away from the ball. I honestly think the reason why everyone else does all this is because of the different angles of it. I understand he's got him after that. But that's happened in football for the entirety of the game. Like, it's netball. We're turning it into netball.
I mean,
different video, right?
I don't really care now. We won.
A good point. But not my point is that I was like, because people were going, is he joking? Like, people were kind of getting angry at me for this, right?
Yeah.
Which I understand, in like heat of the moment, they're looking at it from a different angle.
I don't think it's heat of the moment. They were just angry.
Okay, well, they're angry, and they're allowed to be, and that's totally fine.
Stop giving opinions.
But I woke up... Becky Bella giving his opinion.
Yeah.
But I woke up the next morning, and I thought, I totally stand by that.
Yeah.
I totally stand by it. I don't think... And I think if he was playing for Liverpool or a club that's like has more kind of people giving these opinions, the Aguero thing, that's penalty, isn't it?
Well,
again, who cares, eh?
Yeah, who gives a shit, really? They missed it. So what? Now, what we're just watching the highlights back now. When Sterling races through, and it looks to me, he does put his arm out the way.
Yeah.
And probably didn't touch him, right? So which means...
He caught it. It was more Sterling's. So on that one, Sterling's leg for me hit Lloris's head.
Yeah,
it was that way round
he made. But like, see, it's a different one. I think they got that right as well, and I don't think Sterling should have been booked for a dive because he was expecting contact.
Something, yeah.
And so
just leave it.
As a forward, if you're expecting contact, and the same with Harry Kane. Is he positions himself so that it almost causes the defender to foul him.
Yeah.
So he'll put his legs where he knows the defender's going to go through him, and he will tumble over. And I think Sterling's done the same thing. So I don't really have any issue there. Although, if he did dive and it was simulation, then it should have been a second yellow. But that's like I weren't completely arse hurt by that, right?
Right.
And I love the fact that the sending off did actually come from class from Tottenham, didn't it? Because Winks broke away like a little...
Bit of pace from Winks there.
He is quick. It's just he doesn't really get that opportunity to burst because he's always very deep line and recycling ball. But he's very quick.
Is that the best you've seen him play?
He had a great game yesterday. And I've started... He's another one like... I'm just like... how high is his ceiling? I mean, he sometimes...
Right.
But I don't know how good he is. And I've always rated him, you know that, right? Yeah. But he's relying on him to be the deep lying midfielder, given his size, and he is quite spiteful and he has a bit of bite to him. But I don't know. He doesn't convince me, right?
Yeah.
And when you've got a midfield three of Winks, Winks, Lo Celso, and hopefully Ndombele.
Yeah.
So he was nice when he came on. Nice assist. Lo Celso, I thought again was very accomplished. Wasn't as good as. And you know that midfield could be good. I still feel we need like a destroyer in there, but look, are people saying we're lucky or is every team will concede chances to Manchester City?
Correct.
They are a really good side, and they are unlucky. They shouldn't be. Probably at half the games they've lost, they probably shouldn't have done. But when you're playing in the Premier League, excuse me, and against teams like Tottenham, we'll punish you because we've bought enough talent to punish you.
Yeah, I've got no problems with them being unlucky. Like I kind of like the sort of the process of great series, the process of what Guardiola's done at Man City and continues to do at Man City. That's where I start to think. I look at that game, and this is the first time in his whole period as manager of Man City they've had back-to-back games where they haven't scored a goal, and in both games they've absolutely battered the opposition. The process of how they play
wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Our tactic was to sit back, with a low block and soak up.
Yeah, and that's the Mourinho.
Because if you don't, you get done.
Yeah, and Mourinho's it's worked with it. 4 different clubs he's beaten Guardiola with, so he knows how to get the job done. And there isn't. But my point is, I think Man City. We were chatting about it on the deadline day stream and saying how actually they were only 5 points off what they were the season before going into this weekend's game.
Because
it's more now. Liverpool have been so good. But the process of how that team plays and creates chances is still incredible.
They're really good.
But I wonder if there's almost like a sort of muscle memory thing happening with teams that are defending against them. And then on the other side of it, I think that there's a thing to be sort of really loved about the whole thing, that regardless of how well you play and how many chances you create, it still does come down to those players. And so if it starts to go wrong a couple of times, then the confidence of these players, like Sterling in particular, but Aguero missing a silly chance, Gundogan missing a silly chance, it still does come down to human error, which is good.
Yeah, yes. That's because otherwise it's just a machine that you pay into, and it is a bit like that. But yeah, human error and moments of magic can turn the game, and games. Football is a magical sport, and I've been a dick earlier just for the sake of just for the camera, but it is a magical sport, and those moments of ingenious are the ones that you remember for a long time. Bergwijn, he will certainly never forget that moment. I won't.
Lovely smile, isn't he? He's
got lovely smile. Does that lovely a lot. Smile. I like the fit when there's a picture of Bergwijn on the ground after he's being mobbed by a thing. And Sergio has just put his hand on his face. He pinned him down, just put his hand on his face. Like, do your thing.
Do you get the
but he hadn't done the W. He just put his hand on his face like that. It was so funny.
Let's head over to the YouTube community tab. Subscribe to the channel if you want to be involved in that.
Just one more final thing on Tottenham. We're now just 4 points off Chelsea. 4. Since Mourinho took over, Spurs are third. It's points amassed.
Really?
Third.
I didn't think that.
Only behind Leicester and Liverpool.
It's a funny league this year.
It's just competitive. It's just a lot of good sides out there.
Yeah. It's Sheffield United. Mate, another victory.
Another one. They.
Lost 20 quid on a fruity. 10 bits again. Chris Wilder. He knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
Does know what he's doing.
Never said spag bowl. Never said spaghetti bolognese. Sorry.
Can you believe that? He's never said spaghetti bolognese. Who said that?
I don't know. Someone's brilliant.
That was amazing.
Brave take. This from Coco. Tanganga should be in the Euro squad. Early brave talk.
Gone weller. Don't look back, Tanganga. I heard you say. That's from the official Spurs Twitter. They said that.
They created that.
They just said it. Yeah,
Okay.
Admin. He's way too early, right? Come on, I wouldn't want him thrust into the England squad right now. He doesn't masturbate, so is he ready for that kind of pressure? He's been played. He's playing as left back currently. The last 3 games he's playing as left back. He's not. He's a centre back. So we don't know. We haven't seen him in his best position. He's come in and really done well. Like for a young player, you wouldn't expect. He wasn't even the peripheries of our squad really.
Always got to be aware of, or beware of, the sort of adrenaline rush of the first 4 games, and then it's almost a bit like what you're talking about. But so this will be even more alien to him. bit like masturbation. Once that moment's gone, come and past you, like, and then you just relax.
But he's never.
Quality's not going to be
He's
there.
never done it. He's never done it. So look, if he has,
so maybe he will be able to
well,
keep
I'm saying, like, if he has the discipline, you know, like some of the best batsmen in the world, they can sit there at the crease for 2 days and they won't make a mistake, or they'll be able to concentrate.
Yeah.
And none of them won't. So
Is that true?
none of them.
That feels like
Tanganga is like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. All right, I'll put it in, but I'm not touching it in any way.
Okay.
And if he has that kind of mentality, the concentration levels are going to be there. Japhet Tanganga. Like how much do you think he's worth now, just because he played 4 games? So it's amazing how values could skyrocket. I reckon
age is so important now, isn't it?
20, is he 21? I think. No, 20 maybe.
So what you get? I don't know. I mean, he's not as good as Eze or Bright.
But he's a defender.
No,
You mean the ceiling?
I just wanted to make that clear.
All right.
What else we got here?
I would love it if we come into him and him.
Who wants? Why does no one want the Champions League 4 spot? Chelsea have literally just gone. Anyone? Guys, you're gonna. There's like one Poppadom left.
Same as the end of last year.
Do you want this? Do you want this? And he's chatting away.
Yeah.
He's just not concentrating. There's a Poppadom here. It's 4th place. It's yours if you want it. Nothing.
I would say,
Bizarre.
out of everybody, us and Sheffield United won it.
Because you both won this weekend.
Well, we haven't lost in 5.
That's quite good, isn't it? Chelsea are... I was watching a video from Nini FC. Is this dude who has a Chelsea channel. It's really good, actually. So if you're a Chelsea fan, go check it out. Because he's very reasonable. He thinks it through, does his reading. And clearly, he's watched the game. Sometimes. I'm not sure that's always the case. Yeah. And anyway, he was addressing the fan negativity. He said, Is
there a lot?
Yeah, and he was really honest about it in terms of going, look, everyone that starts season was saying, look, we're going to give him time and all that. And then he starts well.
Yeah.
But he said that now, if you're not going to get behind this team and this manager and this squad at this moment in time, you need to find another club.
Yeah,
he said.
That's such
people
will hate that. But
that's the guy whose living is based around being a Chelsea fan, having a channel, and getting those people to watch it.
Yeah.
So that is a brave. That's a brave take. I like it.
That does sound good, and he's fair, but he's also being a little bit naive, in my opinion, because the club that you want isn't the one that Chelsea is, because all their recent successes have been created out of this instant fix. Let's sack him and get another manager who can do it, and that's probably part of the reason that this kid supports Chelsea, because of their successes. For them to say that if you can't get behind this team, that you've got to find another football club, that's actually the opposite of what they do. They're at the right football club, because they're going to sack him.
He kind of talks about.
He comes from it really.
He talks about the culture that Chelsea have had, but I think what it highlights me is like you can't, and we've spoken about this probably for the last couple of podcasts. Is you can't herd everyone. You can't herd your own. You can't herd everyone. All you can do is be the fan that you want to be.
Yeah.
I saw this thing on Twitter, and it was like, so we basically QPR have gone. We had Narky Wells on loan. He's 31. We could have bought him for 5 million.
Old?
Yeah, could have bought him for 5 million or something like that. Yeah. We can't afford it. So we're skint. So he went to Bristol City.
Got 40
There's all these guys on. He's been brilliant for us. We've got all these guys on Twitter going, we've got no ambition, And I saw a tweet from this guy, I can't remember his name, it's probably best to say it. He's like, I've been going to Rangers for 20 years. And but that's it now.
That's it.
I've had a season ticket.
Nacky Wells.
That's it. 17 years as season ticket holder, but I'm not giving them my cash anymore because they've got no ambition. Like, what are you doing?
Firstly, they don't care. Secondly, that isn't the way, you support your football club. You can be angry. No, can you believe this? Right, Jim, listen. There are some Spurs fans that are planning protests against Daniel Levy.
What? Why?
Because we didn't sign a striker in January.
Yeah, good point. Fair. Fuck, mate. It blows your mind. It does blow your mind. Like, we've gone, we've spent so much money, we've wasted so much money, and people go, don't spend money. It's like, Tony Fernandes or whoever must be like, okay, don't spend money. Right, okay, let's do it properly then. Let's get the wage bill down, sort out financial fair play. And a really good point that Gary Allcott, my father, said. He said, you've got to remember with FFP is that they're in 3-year cycles.
That's right.
So even if the big year where you spent money was 2 years ago. You still need to hang in there another year just to get that one off, and then you've got a new 3, and then you can spend a bit of money for those.
The problem is it's such an immediate. Everybody wants it immediately. Like Mourinho said, if you can't sign a striker now, not that fixes our problems for the next 6 months, but one that adds to the squad and then can give us options going forward with Harry Kane, then what are we doing? If you don't just throw it like Igalo or Piatek, if these geezers are not right, then you don't buy them.
Do you know, the good thing with that is I feel like maybe there's been so long with money knocking about, people do think it is the answer still, but I do think in the overall people are getting beyond that a little bit now. Like, you're seeing more patience from like the Arsenal fans and understanding like, right, we're going to need to get these loans.
AFTV's got well boring. None of them are losing their shit anymore.
Yeah. Well, but I don't know. Maybe I'm boring. Probably am. I kind of like all that. I like the reasonable takes. I think it's alright.
Not from them.
Maybe not.
That's their job is to go mental and scream.
But that's
a fucking second bit, Robbie. That's what I want to hear. But I don't want to hear. Well, got to give Arteta time.
It is mad.
Don't want to hear that
because you're like, they're still 10th, playing Burnley.
They've drawn the last 5 games.
Got to go,
This question's got to be asked about Arteta, in there.
We've got to ask it.
You've got to ask it, mate. We're not doing our job as top tier, small time podcasters.
Why did you say small time?
Well, because that's what we are.
You up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what But that's I nearly asked this question. I was thinking this could be a good title.
You should have gone on Twitter. We've got to start asking questions about Arteta.
yeah, think of the engagement. But surely they're gonna basically Arsenal fans. This is gonna sound like I'm like clickbaiting. Is it the right decision just to give up on this year? Just give up.
I think
got Europa League still, haven't they?
Are they?
Think so.
I think it's weird, isn't it? Because
on the league,
Arsenal got reached a position. You're just like, are they in a European competition? I don't know. Do you not wasn't that a damning indictment of them? What they were, the Invincibles. We can't remember whether they're in a cup competition or not.
They
sad. It's very sad for them.
Well, but the point is that the only thing to do, the only positives you can get from this year is somehow winning the Europa League. Good luck, and also just giving these kids as many minutes as possible. That's all you can do. I think are we moving into a new era of football fandom where you go, this year isn't really going to be the year for us. It's going to be the next couple of years. Because that was the point I was going to make with QPRs. We've gone, right, we didn't have the money. Warburton does an interview and he goes, I've seen some people on Twitter saying we haven't got any ambition. You need to get your facts straight. We haven't got any money. He basically he made it clear we haven't got any money.
Yeah.
So we've got all these really exciting kids who are good on the ball.
Just let them play.
And we're going to let them play. And we are going to finish mid-table. We're going to let ourselves down. And we're going to get on with it. And in time, let those seeds grow.
Well, then Spurs come along and they take
Spurs go, let's have. I tell you what, you can have this one with more talent but less hunger. You can have that. That's the face of the world.
Thank you very much.
I live in. If you're an Arsenal fan, is it time to give up on this season? In a calm way. I'm saying that in a calm way.
And I'm not joking in saying that there have definitely been massive signs of improvement under Arteta, and it will only be a matter of time before it starts to click for him, right? And they will launch an assault on the top 4 next season, and probably no more than that. And the reason being is that they aren't the financial powerhouse that they once were. There are other clubs that have more money than them now. They've reached the very ceiling of their earning capability, according to Deloitte. And Spurs, Spurs, just so everyone's aware, have overtaken them as a financial powerhouse in world football.
And they've got their own brewery in the ground.
Got Beavertown Brewery.
It's incredible. Let me know.
Have you been to the ground?
No, I haven't yet.
Do you want to go?
Yeah, I'd love to go. You don't really go anywhere.
It's quite quiet. It's quite quiet. I only go away.
It's quite quiet.
I only go away with the boys, don't I?
I went to the London Stadium.
It was good. The atmosphere yesterday was good. Oh, man.
London Stadium is a UFO.
Yeah, garbage.
Yep. I said to the guy I was going with, I went, you got a new right back? And he went, yeah, I think so. Like, because it was so far away. I mean, what's his name? Yeah, no, I have no idea. And he's an FPL expert. So he's like...
But you couldn't see him. He don't know who he is.
Yeah, he just didn't know because they're so far away. And I think, honestly, it sounds ridiculous, but when you're that far away from the players, you will lose a connection with those players.
Yeah, definitely. Especially what they had before with Upton Park.
Yeah, exactly. I sort of imagined it myself at Loftus Road, and I was explaining to my dad, and I was like, honestly, if I think about it, it's probably the halfway line. Like from where Liars sits to where the edge of the pitch for West Ham.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just digging out Loftus Road here, but it was like the halfway line. Made me appreciate.
Do you think Brentford? You know Brentford, right? You know they're going to the new stadium next year.
Up,
Listen.
Sorry.
Listen. How with that new stadium, with the system, the way they play, and how they
17,000.
Yeah. But does that they're going to be Chelsea's biggest rivals? But they're going to take over QPR as. They're going to be because no one will think about you again.
But again, it's Middlesex, isn't it? They're their own sort of little catchment area. They're going, guys, can I come in here? And we're like, no. You're not from here. It's a bit like Brexit. It's a bit like Brexit. It's like Middlesexit. You got to stay over there.
It isn't Middlesex though.
It is Middlesex.
No,
it's in the borough of Middlesex. It's in the borough of Middlesex.
Whatever.
Last week, random LinkedIn requests. Of course, we've got Paul Danan, Matthew Hoggard, Monty Panesar, Vanilla Ice followed someone apparently. A couple more this week. Alex Cannell. I've got Gary Taylor Fletcher on LinkedIn.
Who's that?
He's the bit of a piggy footballer. Played for Blackpool.
Okay.
Do you remember him?
No.
Chris Sayer. I used to be friends with former Man City midfielder Jim Whitley on MySpace. I actually chatted with him quite a bit, too, for probably about a year or so. Nice guy.
I remember those were really good days, MySpace days. I just have a very nostalgic feeling of MySpace. My shows that I haven't changed much, right?
You could have different wallpapers.
Yeah, and you put music on it, and the music played when you went on. It's cool, man. Yeah. Anyway, my URL was www.myspace.com/bumbutter.
Oh my god. What?
Bumbutter is like, I don't know if you've seen in porn, there's a lot of bumming.
So actually, what are we on? That's not bad. 42 minutes. Well done, Flav. Actually, I've got a comment on that. Where is it?
You'll get to it.
I will definitely get to it, and it will be worth it. Here we go. I can't find it. Basically, it said the way that Flav's, there you go, MWC, Flav's ability to link everything to porn is breathtaking. 80 likes on that one. Actually, I got another couple of top comments. So there was one comment couldn't find it, but someone said, "Who does the guy on the left support?" Well, it's my channel, the James Lawrence Allcott channel, and I support QPR. And not to blow my own, not on my back, but there's a couple of good comments as well from Chris. James, I love the Football League perspective you bring. You are shining the EFL light in the Premier League sea of darkness that we call YouTube football content.
Very well, nice. Can I just make a quick thing? Just is today's grammar lesson, right? You've put Flav's ability to link everything to porn. There's no apostrophe on the S. Apostrophe on the S obviously creates ownership and means ownership. And if you don't, it's just
does.
Apostrophe, yes. I mean, you know, we've talked about this. You know this.
Yeah, but how many times have I asked you to tell me that again?
Do you have excuse my grammar on WhatsApp because you know you might fuck something up and
what's excuse my grammar? Yeah. Because my grammar's so bad.
It's not that bad.
It's pretty bad.
It's not.
Toby Hellowell. I won't be that guy that says he's been watching since the beginning, but I've been watching you since 10k, mate, and you're easily my favourite football YouTuber. You're level-headed and try your best not to be biased. Flav also adds his own style of humour and cynicism to this podcast. Love the work.
Well, Toby, let me educate you here, pal. We used to do this on another channel, right? And 10k isn't at the beginning, is it? He's only on... You on 40 yet? He's not on 40, so...
Guys, whoever's watching this right now, right? I think I'm like less than 100 away from 40k. Just do me a favour. Just hit the fucking button. Let's just get there. Can we? And then I can carry on with the rest of my life. Please. Okay? Just hit it.
Just hit subscribe.
You know you're going to stick around. You know you are, because this is great.
Yeah, but
okay? Just do it.
Just hit it, and then even in a couple of weeks, and you can unhit it.
Yeah. Once I have a good way past it, then you can come back off. But just do it for now. Right, this is an interesting talking point. Here we go. K-Den. As a Leyton Orient fan, the last bit we were talking about Liverpool fans and how one guy was saying we've been through so much, no one will ever. As a Leyton Orient fan, I completely agree. Hearing fans of big Premier League teams saying we'll never understand what they've been through, it's a joke. I would do anything to see my team compete at the highest level. I was talking to a Man United fan at the pub a few months ago, and he was saying that if it was up to him, the FA Cup should just involve teams down to the Championship. It's so utterly dumbfounding hearing takes like that, having to explain to him that week in, week out, I've seen us play up and down the country, going to Plymouth away or Hartlepool away, seeing my team drop out of the league system due to a maverick Italian chairman who decided kamikaze the club into the ground because he was bored. So when they do get a big cup tie, it means so much. I'll never forget the 89th minute. He's talking about that. The reason I read that one, because the comment beneath it was this. Ahmed Hosni said, it goes both ways. If you're a small club and are doing badly, nobody mentions it. Yet if you're a big club and just lose a couple of games, the entire media and fan bases worldwide collectively mock, criticise and forensically analyse every single little negative, which makes it a shit existence for fans of that club. So the question is it easier to support a small club or a big club?
I think easy is the wrong word.
That's the word I'm asking.
Is
it easier to support a big club or a small club?
It's probably easier to support a smaller club. Because it is unrelenting, and I've lost friends over this sort of stuff. And the vast majority of it is quite boring and dull, like any other football. But it's you just look. It's like
it's not easier to be a fan of a big club.
No, it's not, because the jeopardy is so much more.
Isn't that part of the rush? You get more. How many? So play 10 games.
Yes.
How many games do you win? Generally.
I think Mourinho's win ratio is about 56%, so about half.
But generally, it's saying the last 3-4 years. You win 60% of games, don't you?
Yeah, between 50 and 60. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so at its root. So 1, you've got that. 2, you have you've got more negativity, but you get you get so much more money. You get to buy the players you want to buy. You get to go into Europe. You get to win trophies, or at least go to semi-finals and things like that. And the only thing you've got to deal with is, I think it's hard. We spoke about this before. I think it's harder when you get to a certain point where you're like Arsenal have almost been drowning in the expectations that they've had. Man United are in that space now. Spurs are not there yet. But that is a difficulty. I get that. And I get there's nothing, if you beat Sheffield United 3-0, then we'd struggle to do that. Yeah. But you know what I mean? There's the kind of, you got to deal with the expectation of that. But overall, it's easier to support a big team, I think.
I think the challenges are the same for all clubs, actually. You get the disappointment you feel is no greater or less than what I feel when our team loses. And those moments in glory every season that all fans experience, that moment, like Bergwijn scoring or that last minute winner against Wolves.
On a small scale, yeah, but you say every season, you will always get to quarterfinals or semi-finals and things, won't you?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Well, yeah.
There's a reason why on FIFA people don't play as QPR.
Harder, isn't it? Because
it's like, that's what you get with a fan small club.
Fair enough.
Let it know in the comments below, because obviously there are different.
But everyone's going to defend their own position.
Do you think the other way around then? If you support a big club, do you think it's easier? That'll be interesting. I can't be asked to do the new bit. Let's here we go. G-Bids. A bit of ASMR, guys. If you don't know, this is a guy who works on a golf course.
Such a lovely photo, that.
And,
I do love summer in the countryside. So, what's the deal here, Jim? What's this about?
It's basically just create a bit of ASMR, because there's a lot of debate that we have in the podcast.
ASMR is a very specific thing about sound and being really close to the mic.
Yeah, I know, but I think that's the tweeting stuff just takes you there, doesn't it?
Okay.
You feeling it?
Alright, it doesn't matter, but I understand.
Okay. Yeah, it's close enough.
Right.
So, G-Bids got in touch again. Probably typed this to me on the 7th, I think. 7th has got a bit of a dog leg. You just go up there, nice bit of shade, because the sun was shining on a lovely day on the course, and he just popped this one down for us. So he said this, G-Bids. Hi chaps, it warms my heart to hear you're enjoying my comments. I'm pleased that my musings offer some respite from all the enraged passion, which I love, by the way. James, I think you've summed up the situation at Man United pretty accurately. Thanks. I must say I don't like them. I jumped on Liverpool in 1992 because of Steve McManaman. I think I just loved his name, but he was quite twiggy, which was less appealing. But he was mazy and bewildering to watch. God, I miss those permed curtains. There were other factors too, such as my cousin and uncle and peer pressure to follow a Premier League side. Incidentally, my local team is Bath City FC, who I represented at under-16 level on the right wing. My nickname was Birdman because the Bath Chronicle misspelled my surname in a match report. Great to hear Bath to get a mention today. Brilliant.
I go to Bath quite a lot. That doesn't mean I'm meeting up for a drink.
I agree with you, Flav, about rivalry. It's the heart of football, and for me, fiercely fought derby matches are the epitome of what is great about football. Bragging rights are everything. Civility in sport is a funny one. Not sure about that. I would suggest taking up golf, but it can get very prickly in competitive situations. I've learned it's good to break any bad feeling or tension with whole innuendos on the course. Yeah. Bill, that is a beautiful hole. Look at the water feature. Howard, that's a nasty hole. Look at the tricky dog leg. My favourite is when you ask someone if they would like the pin left in or out of the hole, and they reply, it's always better in, and chuckle. The end. Thanks, G-Vids. Maybe that's sort of calmed everyone down after a bit of a hot debate.
I feel relaxed now.
Good. Jurgen Klopp's weird little mate. You got to describe a manager in 6 words. Jurgen Klopp's weird little mate, of course, is...
Sammy Lee.
David Wagner. We had Espirito de Santo, and this week we had a lot for Sammy Lee. Who do you want next week?
I want. Gary Megson.
Gary Megson. Okay, 6 words or less. Get in the comments, and what I want to do this time is I'm going to read them out. You will choose the winner. There will be a winner each week.
Okay. What do they win?
Nothing.
Nosh.
Sammy Lee in 6 words. Here we go. Neil Caimano. Sammy Lee, hamster in a human body, innit?
Yeah.
Ryan Murahan. Sammy Lee, always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Doesn't make fun of him enough.
Okay. Luke Scanlon. Beans from Even Stevens going up. Do you know who that is?
No.
I find it really. It's pretty good actually. It was a show on the Disney Channel, I think.
Yeah, fair enough.
He looks a bit like what's his name? The guy in American Pie. Who am I thinking of?
You're thinking of McLovin.
No, that's a different film. Doesn't matter. God, it's gone. McSlash, Wormtail from Harry Potter, Voldemort's mate.
I haven't seen Harry Potter from an adult.
Liam Diamond. This is better. This is what we're getting. Two first names. Fat red face. Dan Riley Sammy Lee has definitely seen Sam Allardyce's bollocks every morning.
But they're massive, aren't they?
Do you think?
Yeah.
Distended, I'd imagine as well.
Yeah.
Ryan Mulligan, favourite Quality Street, all of them. Unfair. Dan McC, name is more interesting than him.
Okay.
Yeah, harsh. Albert, Big Sam's bit on the side. Lewis Morgan, lost little hamster in a tracksuit. Sean Clancy, Honey I Shrunk Gary BC.
Yeah, that's good.
Ollie Hughes, window cleaner punching above his weight. I didn't really get that one.
No.
And Curse These Metal Hands says, Sammy Lee, football's Mr. Grower, not a shower.
The winner is I Shrunk Gary Busey.
Sean Gary Busey. Congratulations to Sean Clancy. This week's one, Gary Megson. Can you describe Gary Megson in 6 words or less? We'll read out best ones next week. We don't need a shark fact this week because we've got shark news, and it's from the James and Flav community page.
Good.
Thanks, bro. See you on Friday, 7 p.m.
He
doesn't want to talk, does he? Doesn't want to talk.
Doesn't want to speak.
Yeah. Prehistoric shark head fossil found in Kentucky.
That's cool. What is it?
During a November dig in Kentucky's Mammoth Cave National Park, paleontologists Rick Olson and Rick, of course they're called that, made a rare discovery. They found a fossil of a shark head that was more than 300 million years old. An ancient species called Savidos striatus that resembles the great white shark in size, according to the New York Post. The discovery marked the first time any presence of sharks had been documented in this area. Like that one? Wow, that is so boring. That picture, incredible. Shark fossils, with the exception of teeth, are hard to find because shark skeletons are made of cartilage, of course you'll know from the song, which usually decomposes before it can be fossilised.
Cool. Right, good.
And last one, BDA. Finish up with some BDA, which of course is
big dick advice,
which we haven't been doing that much recently.
People ain't their problems are solved, don't they?
So someone did send me a really long one on Twitter. Just to be clear, if it's too long, I do switch off. I mean that with total love and respect. But if you send it on Twitter, in my head, this is my thought process. I'm going, I've got to like take that and I've got to put it somewhere safe, and then I'm gonna have to just put it in the comments. It's your best chance. Malcolm Lowe, in need of some serious BDA. At uni in first year, liked a girl in my flat for about 2 months, but tried to play it off for a while because thought it would be messy. Then it became clear to me that she liked me back. So since then, we have been a couple just without the rest of the flatmates knowing. We got on ridiculously well before we started liking each other, and after, much better than I have with any other girls before. She's pretty much everything I would want in a girl, and she has said the same about me. She said that he's everything she'd want in a girl.
Oh, that's nice.
Lovely.
Look quite a bit of rumpy pumpy, maybe. Doesn't mention
university, innit? It's university. You would hope so. You would hope so. Yeah. I was happy, she was happy since the start of December. Then about 3 days ago, we had an argument where I got unnecessarily annoyed at her, and then we didn't speak for about a day. Right. Since then, I have, out of the blue, stopped having feelings for her. And I don't understand why at all. She still really likes me. I've told her about it. We have both cried to each other about it. And I don't know if these feelings will return.
What the fuck, Mark?
I know. Brackets. I like I want them to. Or if they're gone for good. What do we do? Stop now? Give it a week? She has understandably said she doesn't want to be waiting around on a knife edge for me to know what I'm doing, but I want things to return to how they were literally a week ago, but don't know how I feel. I feel terrible for her and annoyed at myself, though she has been very kind and fair about the situation.
Right. Woo. You listen here, Malcolm. Sometimes you just got to shut your fucking mouth. Just shut it. Just be quiet. Less. Right? You don't you have an argument. Do you think when I argue with my missus, at that moment in time, I say, God, I still love her so much. At that time, I can't miss as I don't argue with because I do love her properly. Not like Malcolm, he doesn't love his girlfriend anymore. Yeah. I love mine. But in my previous relationship, there were times where I fucking hated her. I didn't love her. I hated her for that moment. And it might last, for some people, it lasts a day. Some people get over it really quickly. You don't just come out and go, we've had an argument and I just don't love you anymore. You never say, I'm not sure I like you anymore. Just keep it shut. She doesn't need to know this until you're 100% sure. It's been 3 days.
Yeah.
And do you know what? He's young. He's at university.
That's what I was going to say.
And he will learn.
Yes. So here's the learning from this, right? Flav is absolutely correct. Keep your mouth shut. Because... Until you know about anything, right? Because... You have ups, like your feelings for someone go like probably at the start they're like that, or they're really good, but then you'll have a few moments where you're like, oh no, you've had an argument, you'll have that first argument, you go, oh god, whatever, and then you'll have a few waves, and then as time goes on, ideally, hopefully they just level out, and you know when you have an argument, you go, you are doing my head in, I need to get away from you.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean that I don't love you anymore because I'm going to calm down in a second, and then you're going to look at me like that. And then I'm going to make you a cup of tea and it's going to be fine. Yeah. Not speaking for anything in particular, but I'm just giving you an example. So the learning here is, I reckon less, hold it in. Yeah. That sounds like bad advice, but it's not.
Certainly give yourself a chance to recover from it.
Yeah.
Just you don't have to have a heart attack. And you might say, well, we don't lie to each other. Everybody lies to each other, right? It's not even lying, it's being economical with your feelings.
Yeah.
Because actually by being so truthful about everything you feel, and if you're being truthful to yourself, you're not being honest about everything, right? You know, when you see walking by a girl with a fat batty, you're looking at it, right? Do you know what I'm saying? So
no. See? See what I did there?
Yeah. When your missus says to me, am I the most beautiful girl in the world? You go, yes. Don't you?
But yeah, you're being completely honest.
No, I'm not. I'm lying for her sake.
Right.
She is beautiful, but there's got to be someone more beautiful out there.
Yeah.
I know that I'm not the best looking man out there, right?
That's not my opinion.
Oh, no. See?
See, that's how we. See what we're doing again.
That's how you do.
Do you know who like? Do you know who does? Which people don't like?
Females like
Divorced people.
What? Okay, yeah.
They're the ones that go, I just told her how I felt. And I thought, why not?
Yeah.
Those people fail.
So, but the answer is just shut up. But you'll get this. There is an unfortunate situation here, isn't it? It may have just switched off, and it does happen.
That does happen too.
It does happen.
But if it was going as well as you said it was,
odd.
I think if you just take a second, take a breath, okay? If you're talking to each other on a kind of calmer playing field,
Just say.
then hopefully it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think you know the answer to that deep down, and if you don't feel like that, because you're saying I want to have these feelings, I think then you probably do have these feelings.
Yeah, you just got to let them come back out, and if you don't, look, I mean, how old are you? 20, right? Or let younger than that? No, 20, 18, 19.
Something like that.
There'll be more.
Yeah, but I refer to the first sentence you said. At uni, in first year, I liked to go in my flat for about 2 months, but tried to play it off for a while because I thought it would be messy. That is what will happen when you're in a flat and these things happen. But you're not the first. You won't be the last.
Give yourself a break.
Give yourself a break.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Keep your mouth shut. Perfect. Good. So if you want more BDA, or if you need BDA, then join us on Friday, 7 p.m. You need to become a patron if you want to talk to us. But also follow us on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts, because we'll take that audio and we'll put it out there.
Yeah, we'll put a link out. So you go on Patreon. I'll write something. Say this is what you need to do, and then we'll put it out tomorrow.
Essentially a phone in, basically.
Yeah, it's a phone in.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it should be fun. I've done it once already with Fighting Cock, and it was good.
There you go. All right. My computer just
good, because I've got to go and do another 2 podcasts.
Always working. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff, and see you soon.